Project Universe is more than just a game. It's a mixed reality user interface, streamlining our way of life, ensuring you spend more of your time living while simultaneously preparing you for our civilization's interplanetary future. We start this process by addressing a simple yet dangerous side effect of isolation: cabin fever. On Earth, cabin fever sucks, but in space, its effects are life-threatening, as going for a walk or hanging out with your neighbor isn't always an option. There's plenty of fictional examples of just how dangerous it can be, so our goal is to combat it at every opportunity. This starts with creating an immersive virtual environment replicating what it'll actually be like when we're living off Earth. It's a testing ground for refining designs, ensuring that environment we live in maintains maximum morale. This includes plants, furniture, floors, walls, ceilings, windows, lighting, paintings, murals, aesthetics, etc. Virtual reality is the best form of obtaining maximum immersion, but not everyone likes or has access to VR, so it's not required. Social interaction is crucial to developing and maintaining a healthy mental state, as humans are naturally social creatures. We accomplish this by connecting people virtually. Interplanetary latency issues will arise, but for now it's a way of ensuring everyone gets the education and social interaction they need while safe at home anywhere on Earth. Seeing as everyone has different tastes, we're freely partnering with the creators and owners of other intellectual properties. Experiencing one universe is great, but variety is the spice of life and better prepares us for our future. We encourage players to play games by other developers or watch movies unlocking equipment that looks like theirs in our game. Project Universe is playable offline, local co-op, non-official servers, and official ones. All of the procedural gameplay is always accessible regardless of how you're playing. Essentially, this is all of the procedural content we're working on today before releasing the MMO's dynamic, player-driven story when the game is officially released a few years from now. The game is set in our future following humanity's first fleet of interstellar city spacecraft on their mission to explore and colonize our galaxy. Players are crew aboard the fleet, living out their lives, growing food, mining asteroids, crafting equipment, exploring alien vessels for salvage, and much more. Players are responsible for providing the resources the fleet needs to build new colonization spacecraft that are left behind when the fleet sets off for the next planet. How long the fleet stays at a given location depends on how long it takes to gather the required resources. We use moving the fleet to a new location as a way of announcing new gameplay mechanics indicated by the change of scenery, such as introducing power armor gameplay, pilotable vehicles, etc. During development, we're creating basic, indefinitely repeatable gameplay first. It's similar to bounties and rifts in Diablo 3, daily quests in MMOs, general gameplay similar to Stardew Valley, etc. Upon the game's release, the true story begins. We'll cover that in another video. Every player starts with their own home, dedicated farm, and storage areas on their preferred city ship. From here, you can earn a larger home, farm, or storage area by contributing to the fleet in whichever way you prefer. Each city ship is a server. How big the server is depends on what the hardware can support. While you live on one ship, you're able to see the others flying in formation outside your ship's windows. More servers means a bigger fleet. Farming is for growing plants as a food source, or renewable resources such as alcohol for flamethrowers, oil for hydraulics, 3D printing resins, etc. Depending on supply and demand, excess resources can be given to the fleet, increasing your reputation, unlocking better equipment and facilities. As you play, more options become available, giving you new and unique things to grow that may be genetically modified or even alien in origin. Crafting starts simple. Craft decorations, home furnishings, farming and combat equipment using resources grown from your farm, mined from asteroids, what you collect during missions, or purchased from the fleet market. Craft automation equipment for your farm or mining operation, so while you're out doing other stuff, you're always generating resources. Craft generic or specialized combat equipment, increasing your odds of survival, or give it to the fleet, increasing your reputation while keeping public armories stocked for quick mission deployments. Mine raw, non-renewable materials from asteroids discovered in the void between stars, or while the fleet is exploring a new solar system looking for places to establish colonies. Asteroids come in many shapes and sizes, with a plethora of ordinary and potentially extraordinary materials hidden within. Combat and exploration offers great rewards at the risk of losing your carried equipment in the event you die during a solo expedition or your entire team wipes. You always have access to the public armory, but personalized equipment needs to be recrafted. What's available in the armory is up to players. Do you craft generic weapons you don't care about losing, or powerful weapons collectively increasing your odds of survival in a random group? Primarily, gameplay is co-op PvE, as we're teaching people we don't want humans fighting, as it's detrimental to our survival, especially when we're so far from home. PvP gameplay gives players a way of proving how skilled they are at a certain style of gameplay in tournaments, useful for determining team builds for guilds and special server-wide events. Each form of gameplay intuitively teaches people how to be a productive member of society, while unlocking more gameplay features at the same time. For example, welding is a very useful skill with simple and advanced uses. A simple example is welding a door shut, blocking hostiles. It's relatively easy to do with minimal experience. An advanced example is welding the support structure of a large robot. If done poorly, it can reduce its mobility or even render it completely immobile. With advancing artificial intelligence and extended reality technology, what's able to be taught through the game continually improves. We want to make sure in the event of some horrible catastrophe leaving you completely alone, you have the best chance at survival. In the event you're stuck on Mars by yourself, with the only help available coming from Earth, can be several months away. This is an overly simplified explanation of what the game truly is. If you're confused, have a suggestion, want to contribute to the project, or just be a part of the community, be sure to join our Discord. There's always a link available on the contact page of our website, shelstool.com.